Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.
This is the Building Downtown. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. King of the Dot will be hosting a 2020 Grand Prix, their third installment of Grand Prix, starting September 20th on Twitch live stream. You can follow the show at The Building DT on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure you follow and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, and all places you get your podcasts. I'm your host, Jason Kelly, joined as usual by my partner in crime, Kirill Kasatskiy. And joining us again is Amy Barton. We didn't scare away enough last time. How you doing?
I mean, this may be the last time.
No, it won't be. It might be the last time until the next time.
Okay.
But the big news is KOTD Grand Prix are back. We got judge battles. We got cash prizes.
Finally.
Time to put your money where your motherfucking mouth is. I love it. Judge battles are my my biggest complaint, that they're not judged anymore, and this is 100% judged. I am so fucking excited for this.
I still say it should take longer than right on the spot, but
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. See, okay, let's jump into the judging right away. Krill,
hold on,
I'll let you guys talk about
before
it.
we even get into the KOTD, what's going on with the Twitch? What's the deal? I don't even know. I've just seen it on the internet real quick, and I didn't click on it.
Twitch is a video game streaming site. Or platform.
It started as a video game streaming site.
It started as that, I should say. Yeah. That's where it found success. They're transferring into other things. I don't know. I haven't even been on it other than to sign up for an account to watch KOTD.
Well, obviously, a bunch of kids is on it if it started as a gaming platform of some sort, right?
What?
If it started as a gaming platform of some sort, a bunch of kids got to be on it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But it's not a gaming platform. It was a platform where gamers would game and people would watch them.
Oh, so it's a streaming platform. So it's some sort of other YouTube, right?
Similar, but
ish. Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering what it is.
Well, the game streaming, because the only thing that I've ever
heard people make money like that. I know this guy whose kids literally was offered, like he's offered. There's a letter came that he moves into a game at home in Toronto. Mm-hmm. All they do is play games. Meals are paid, all kinds of shit, and they get money on top of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, especially sponsorships, dude. Like if you're like shouting people out or wearing a shirt or using a certain mouse or whatever you're doing, dude, like it's the same as any other.
That's what it was. Yeah, joysticks and all
gaming chairs and all that shit.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. So what about judging?
Oh no, you jumped into that, so I thought that's where we're gonna go right off the bat, right into the judging. Krill has serious issues, Amy, with the way battles are judged in this continent.
Well, wait, with the way that they're judged? Why?
Not the way that they judge. I think that the time frame that they take to judge a battle is very short because, let me tell you like this, right? Rounds are usually what? Usual rounds, not the.
Let's say 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
2 minute round of straight bars, right? So there's no hooks, no nothing to this shit. 2 minutes of straight bars. I mean, that's if a minute and a half of a song is 32 bars of verses and another 16. So another 32, that's 64. That's a minute and a half, right? So we're talking about like 80, 90 bars of verse.
Yeah.
Around, right? Of each, right? Mm-hmm. So that's $160, say 150 per round.
Yeah.
Right? So 3 rounds, you got 450 bars, which 225 you got to pick, and you got to dissect to them and see who did better. What you got to judge is that I liked it or not, the crowd reaction and shit like that. But to really dissect the bars and shit like that, it's got to take you more than fucking, you know what I mean? These guys took weeks to write the shit. They're like, oh yeah, I caught it all.
If you know the history, you're gonna catch the things quicker too.
Right.
But
right.
I do agree with you.
You're still not gonna catch everything.
I still agree to some extent because there's comic book bars I don't get till years later because I'm with somebody who understands that. I'm showing them like, oh, do you get that? And I don't. So there's certain little things in there I agree with.
I say they should get a lyrics with that shit and go home and go over it for a day or two.
But I think for the most part, it's got to be done right there, boom, on the spot.
Yeah. Well, like, wait, Kirill, let me ask you this.
Then you're judging, that's what I'm saying. You're judging the crowd, how the person worked with the crowd, how they present themselves, pretty much.
I mean, that's part of it too, though. But
it is a part of it. But the you know what I mean? There has to be a balance, right? Maybe somebody else didn't have as strong of a stage presence, but his lyrics just killed.
But wait, let me ask you this: do you watch any sports?
Yes.
What do you watch?
I don't really follow any sports. Sorry, I know.
I'm a casual MMA fan.
Yeah, I'm a casual fan of everything.
Stop right there. MMA, perfect. Yeah. So, you have a bad decision.
Well, MMA is kind of one-sided, though. It's either you got knocked out or not, right?
No, not if it goes to the judge's decision.
No, but it's the same principle.
Yeah,
if it goes to judge's decision,
there's no work in the crowd. It's still counting the punches, right?
Well, no.
So they wouldn't.
That depends on the judge.
Yeah, some judges are sweet when they hear a crowd reaction.
Absolutely. So the point is, though, is that they don't
Well,
get
then
to go
MMA's
back.
got horse shit judging too.
Well, that's facts. Big facts.
Yeah. But the point is that the whole idea is that you're judging it as it's happening and not like if you wanted to judge it and like go through pour over every bar or whatever, then that's an entirely different thing than a judged rap battle. That's like writing a paper and comparing it to somebody else's paper. I mean, we're not writing dissertations here. It's a live event.
It doesn't have to be a dissertation, but it should be at least, I don't know, 10, 20 sentences long, or like a page, I think. You know what I mean? Of why you think he won, not because I think he won because he said that and two things. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just think the judging on the spot just goes more towards I like this and I didn't like that, more than of a skill and of the craftsmanship of writing, and performing. You know what I mean?
Does it help at all that most of the time judges are battlers, so you eliminate a lot of the not understanding things?
Most of the time, critics that critique rap albums are critics too, or they know about culture a lot, right? But even GZ was saying that these motherfuckers have a review on my album already. It's been a week since I dropped it. He's like, motherfucker, it took me a year to write that. You want to tell me that you just sicked it in a week?
I've heard that before, yeah.
We're not talking about.
Did you understand the flow of information that you could put in the 90 bars that you have there for the one verse?
Yeah, but if you're a judge, why can't you keep up?
Right, especially if you're a battle rapper yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you get all. I'm just saying, close battles would be the close battles would be rewatched and said, "No,
close battles or clashes." Then you don't know what the judge is looking for. Is the judge looking for Carter?
I just think they should take a little bit more time, at least the next day.
Right. Well, or this, you know what?
How you get over the hype of how people reacted.
But Jason,
go home and rewatch it again and be like, "Yo, no, actually, this guy was better."
After the battle, they're going to get drunk.
But,
no, I'm talking about the judge, right?
Fucking erase all that memory and then judge it later. But no,
yeah.
No, but this is a responsible thing. If you want to take it that way, obviously, it's stepping up to that fucking level, right?
But Jason, how many times have you and I have been talking about battles that you
somebody
will
could,
send
somebody could make jokes. Somebody could.
How many times, Jason, have you sent me a battle that you've watched 90 times, that I've watched 40 times? And then after we both watched it again, we both go, "Oh shit! I never noticed that." Whatever.
Yep, exactly for sure.
Having an extra day or two or a week to
No. If you're taking it from a judging perspective, you're gonna be sitting there and rewatching it, right? Like literally, that's what I'm saying. I would literally type out the fucking ask for the lyric for it. You gotta have some sort of a lyric. You know what I mean? I would be like,
you are bad for battle rap, Kirill, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, man. I'm used to judging. We had competitions and shit that I was involved in organizing. We were judging songs, right? So that was a little different than a live performance of like a rap battle. But I'm saying that somebody could put nursery rhymes together and make jokes, and somebody would have complex fucking rhyme structures and performed a little worse, and he's gonna lose.
Well, battlers agree on the judges.
Do you think that's?
If you agree on the judge, you know what the jujudge's criteria is. Right?
And like what you said,
don't do that. If you know the judge isn't looking for that, then don't do that.
But what you said earlier, though, we were talking about, but like was true. Like, it also depends on, even if you had 10 years to pour over these bars, it doesn't matter even what the crowd reacts. Like, what if you like a Carter Deems and not gun bars? What if you like a Pat Stay and not, like whatever? It's still a personal preference. And to that end, I don't want somebody to have the time to go, "Oh, I like this funny little thing this nerdy guy said about cats," and like weigh that against like, "I've never been to Oakland. I don't like Pass." I want them to fucking listen to it right now and decide right now.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I guess it's a whole different structure.
I think there's something to what you're saying, Kirill. Definitely, obviously, there's evidence in that. Where, you don't catch things fucking for like Amy just said. However many times later it takes to catch something.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
There should be. What I'm saying is like I might be wrong, but what I'm saying is that the judges should take a little bit, say that evening, go over it again, looking at the lyrics and looking at the way they perform, and it should be judged out of 3 criteria or 4, would be like stage performance, the lyrics, and then the personal opinion. And it would be like say stage performance out of 5, lyrics out of 5, and then personal opinion out of 2. And then you get the middle out of all judges, right?
What do you guys think about fan voting?
That way, there would be a lot less of I liked it or I didn't, because when you mark something for this 3 out of 5 for lyrics, you gotta explain yourself, because these were nursery rhymes. Yeah, they were funny, but they were, you know what I mean? Like say they were what do you call it? Not smart ass, but like they were on point, but they were simple. You know what I mean? Versus this guy put it up, fucking didn't perform as well on the stage, but his rhyme pattern and all that shit just looks crazy. And he still spit it out and he still did a decent job, but he didn't perform as well, right? So then you're gonna see lyrics 4, performance 3, lyrics 3, performance 5.
Yeah.
Right? And you're gonna see the differences and all that shit.
Yeah,
and,
you have a criteria.
Yeah, but
right?
wait a minute. But wait
it's
a minute.
more than just
Then-
like, oh, this guy won.
But if it was like
Thank
that,
you.
then you're saying that the Eminem's going to win all day long, and the Jack Blacks are never going to have a chance because
Right.
if it's all about just the bars and your skill and double
Not just the
entendres and all
bars.
this
That's what I'm
stuff,
saying. You're gonna have the performance
So-
criteria, the crowd reaction criteria, the lyrics criteria. You know what I mean? So you will advance in some and you will lose in some, and that's how you seep through people, and then keep matching people that are, you know what I mean, keep progressing. That's the way we did it, and we've done it with thousands of people. Like, it's life experience, right? But that's what I'm saying. Those were songs. Those were songs written to a certain topic, and you were given 2 weeks to judge them.
right? And songs
Right,
written for
because-
certain topic don't have live performance value, crowd reaction.
What they
and
do
all
at the end, the finals are usually done. They are usually done live, but still, the markings for the finals are not announced that night. Do you know what I mean? So you get to the finals, and the last 3-4 rounds are going live. So you still prepare a song, this and that, but you perform it live at the club, right? But you don't know who wins until the next day or the next weekend.
I think that everything you're saying would be ideal in a perfect world,
But it's
we're
been
not,
done. That's what
but
I'm
we're
saying.
not. No, I know, but like, here's the other thing.
That's the only that Kelly said I had an issue. I brought it out. Like, you brought it up. I explained myself. I hope I got it. I hope I explained it. You know
No,
what I mean?
you
Like,
did. You did.
I hope it makes sense.
It
what
does
I'm
make
saying.
sense. We just don't agree. So here's the other question. If you, I mean,
Welcome
so
to my
what?
life, Amy.
I know, right? Jesus Christ. Why do I do? I was so peaceful eating my dinner 20 minutes ago.
Walking the
no.
pit bulls afterwards.
You
were waiting
Even
here
the Dobermans
forever.
out for a stroll.
They're Dobermans in their hearts.
One has no fucking teeth.
You don't have your fucking teeth. Anyway. I mean, I
So-
think the point is like that's getting too into the weeds, especially for, and it's a lot like MMA.
Well, look what we're
especially
getting
for the
into
fans.
now. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just saying for the fans. I think that if it not that would ever be the way it's done, but if it were done that way, I mean, battle rap fans are rabid and loud and quick to speak to begin with.
Obnoxious.
Imagine, because obviously they'll do it for the
But
fans.
I was dealing with the same kind of crowd. The only difference was that these were songs, you know what I mean, submitted until the final rounds, right? You still had to. It's just less stage performance, but the structure of judging is
And there's also no rebuttals in that either on the spot.
not on the spot, no.
Yeah.
But there are rebuttals, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just not on the spot.
Sorry,
that's
I
that's another
interrupted you
thing
again,
too,
sorry.
right? Like if you add that into a criteria, whether it be on the spot or not, what if a guy just does not rebuttal? He gets 0, and what Sharon gets fucking 5
Right.
gold stars every single fucking
I was
time.
about to bring up Sharon.
No, but
right.
rebuttal is not a criteria you judge by. You judge by lyrics and you
Oh,
judge.
with this you'd have to.
Why
Yes,
not?
it is.
That's
It's part
that's
of
a
it.
critical skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, but then I
Being able
guess
to flip what
you
someone
kind of make
says.
it mandatory then, right? When people are not
See,
everybody
so-
does it, right?
Yeah. So the
But if you
judging
give it a criteria, you kind of make people do it.
Yeah, the criteria would either have to. Battlers would probably say they'd want it changed. I think they'd want it customized to something they can agree on.
See,
'Cause there's
another
no-
reason this would be terrible.
Could be customized, but as long
Nope.
as they take the fucking time to take in what he was saying, and you know what I mean. This,
Mhm.
just because you know what I mean. Like, let's even if you compare your favorites there, look, Sharon and Pat Steve, right?
Mhm.
Sharon has a lot less stage presence, doesn't he?
For
Oh,
sure.
by a
Right?
mile,
Doesn't
dude. Yeah.
even compare. Sharon will even tell you that.
Right, but he could write fuck, you know what I mean? And he's still not bad on the stage,
Sharon.
right? So
told
that
me-
would be
Right,
that
he
would
can
be a
rebuttal
very hard
you-
goal. So you would need to have an uneven amount of judges judging them by different criterias.
That
Right?
is way,
Same
see, but-
criteria.
okay, way too much. Like, what's the point at that point? Like, this is
See
not
who's
physics
best.
and chemistry. Jesus
Yes,
Christ,
it
let
is,
the men
because
speak.
these motherfuckers were putting the schemes together for weeks. Why are you taking 5 minutes to take it apart? You're not gonna
Okay,
get
again,
everything, not
same
even
thing
close.
with sports. These motherfuckers, especially team sports like football, baseball, basketball, they take weeks, months, years running plays, doing research. Why can a referee or an umpire or whatever call something in the moment? Why don't they have a week after the game to go back and review everything and change the decision? That's just a no.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the same fucking. I don't know.
What do you guys
I
think
kind
about
of see the analogy.
fan voting? Because that's something
Also,
people,
no.
That
Also,
could
a
be
big
another-
brought
that
up
could be
the
one of
idea.
the criteria.
I've seen the idea brought up for this Grand Prix that you have 4 in-person judges and then online voting, and it's a poll, and whoever the majority is, that counts for 1 vote, like 1 judge.
I was gonna say
right?
that could be.
That's a popularity contest.
Right. I was going to
That's-
say, I
that's
think
all that's gonna be.
if there are that many judges and then 1 vote for the fans, I think that could be passable. But I think that's a dumb idea. Like, I think that's going to be like, hey guys, tap tonight.
It have to be a critical voice because it has to be an uneven number of judges. So it would always come down to that
You always
last
have
one.
to have you have to have an
That's what I'm
awesome.
saying. But
the
if there's
last
a
one
if
being
there's
a
a poll
popularity
vote counts
contest.
for 1, and if it's a close battle, that one call will
So a
always
popularity
go.
contest.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what we'll decide it if it's a close battle.
Yeah,
That-
that's why it's a no for me. Because if you have 4 in-tune judges doing what they know how to do, and then the last vote is the deal breaker, and it's like, oh my God, Thesaurus is Mr. 2 times everything, so I'm gonna log in 2 times. He's my favorite. Like, I don't need that person
Yeah,
deciding.
no
that.
shit, eh? I'm logging in all my Google accounts, voting for disaster. Fucking
Right, no.
yeah, it'll be a popularity contest. You
Oh,
can pretty
fuck, I
much
hope
look
he
at the
gets an
person's
unlimited round
Instagram
again.
and be like, they have more fucking followers. They're winning this
Right.
fan vote.
You know what? Like, I say let the fans vote to have a social media integration, but don't let that vote count in the actual judging.
Fuck no. Do you remember?
Usually the fan votes, the way we did it there with the shit that I'm talking about, the
Yeah.
fan vote would get you some sort of. I'm sorry, the fan vote would get you some sort of because there would be prizes, right? So one of the people that didn't make it to top 3, which were the prize places, right, would get the awards for being the most popular, right? And that would be the fan votes, the fan vote.
Oh, great. Give him a mackerel.
Well, I'm just saying, right? That's like the people's champ, you know what I mean? Because the people voted him, right?
Oh fuck! Give him a macro
Why are you still giggling?
because that's fucking hilarious. I haven't watched that in a long time.
I have no idea what the fuck it is.
It's the compliment battle with Pat Stay in Rome. The structure of this thing too: east, west, north, south. The divisions. The KOT has done divisions in the past with different things, Grand Prix and different. I don't know, events or the way they did their brackets. I know the GZs have done it many times. So far, the West and the East is out. Well, before we get into the rosters, have you heard, Amy? Because I haven't heard, and I've looked. I haven't heard or read how it's going to work. Is it going to be like before you brought up sports? They're going to battle within their own division, and then whoever makes it past the divisions, or how's that going to work? Do you have any idea, or have you heard?
That's how soccer works.
So
That's how sports work, Krill.
That's the only one I've actually followed the tournament table for once.
I used to play soccer. Anyway,
And then no knees.
wow, kill yourself. Anyway, I don't know, but my educated guess is it's got to be that way because if you and I know you have not watched the trailers all the way to the end for the announcements of each wherever, they're on different days. So like if the West Coast is this Sunday, and the South is next Sunday, and then there's going to be 2 more. Yeah, okay. So you have whoever comes out on top each of them, and then what? So I feel like it's not going to be like a Bellator style tournament or a Strikeforce or K1.
I was thinking it was going to be kind of like Bellator, where
Well, it's got to be one out of the
remember how
division.
in Bellator they fight every Friday, but if you won on Friday, you don't fight for like 3, 4, 5 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, but I felt like Bellators were more structured where it was not like you win once and then you fight one more time and then there's a championship.
Oh yeah. Then Ben Askren can beat you up.
right, a million times and then we're done. So I don't know. I mean, they have. Well, you're asking.
Well, it's got to be a knockout, right? You lost, you're out.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, no, you're lost, you're out. But like, it seems like.
How many
they're
people is
gonna
in each division? How many people?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna be
people.
4
So that's 4 pairs.
So we're going 32
4 pairs,
people.
2 pairs, and then 1-on-1. So that's 3 rounds per each division. 3 rounds per division or whatever per separation, right? And then 1 comes out.
Yeah, but they're only doing 1.
Maybe they will let second places battle second places and third places will battle third places. I don't know.
But if they don't though, you're talking about the way they're marketing it so far is like the West Coast is one day, South is so. If they're not anything beyond one day, then at the end of the 4 weeks, you're going to have 4 people on top, and you're going to have 2 and 2 and 1 and 1. So like that's not. It is a Grand Prix, like that's a series, but like that's a very shortened version of what a longer one could be if you were not doing.
Well, how are you gonna make the longer one? You're gonna make everybody go at each other twice or switch people? Meaning
No,
like
but you
one
could
division,
do,
8
like,
people,
post
right? So that's
versus
4
post.
pairs.
Yeah.
You're gonna start
Well,
mixing
first of
them
all,
up.
8 people. Okay, so granted, this is a new venture, so like we'll see how it all works out. But like, if you order an event, like an actual event before this, anytime before this, it is far more than 4 battles. So it's just I wouldn't
They
say
might
it
have
feels.
some warm-up battles of people who are not involved in a tournament. Why not?
Because that's not the way that this company has ever worked. But
Oh, I don't know, but I'm just saying I would rather see it that go down that way. Have some not random, but have the regular battles go on or whatever the fuck. Just have some good people battle before
I
the
mean,
actual
if they
Grand
do
Prix.
that, that's a day 2, basically.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just fantasizing here, right?
I'm just saying, like, if you have 4 battles in a night or on an event, like that is a different setup because it's a Grand Prix and there are 4 different.
Maybe they get some rappers to come through and stretch some time and some fucking twerkers. You know what I mean? I don't know. Make a show out of it.
Great, get some twerkers. All I'm saying is that it's not going to be the same as the events you're used to. This is not going to be like even a
But it's
bunker.
got to be some sort of a video show, right? Because not a lot of people are going to be attending shit. So they got to be making it like video friendly, like video.
I mean,
you know
that's
what I mean? Like it's got to be visually attractive, right? So I can see some people coming through performing some shit between the battles or some shit to stretch it.
Somebody from Twitch, I saw Kingfly, Troy Daniels, copied something from an article, like a quote, and the person from Twitch was saying that moving into battle rap, and they just did something with Amazon live streaming as well, and moving into battle rap, their main goal is to give that experience because people can't be at events. So to give that at event experience as much as possible. So like what you guys are saying is like on the right track. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of their goal.
Well, and that's kind of the whole point of Twitch anyway. I mean, in Kirill, like if you're not familiar, which it sounds like you're not with the platform, if you want to watch, matter of fact, here's a great example. Worlds Can Collide. Mighty Mouse. Former UFC fighter. He has a giant Twitch account. He's a giant gamer. When he was in the UFC, he was sponsored by Microsoft. Like Xbox was all over his crotch, right? But he Twitches, and I don't know, again, how exactly he gets paid. I'm sure a lot of it's sponsorships, and he's dropping names and whatever. But the whole point of Twitch is not that it's a live broadcast somewhere live with all these people. Is that you're like watching in on something you wouldn't normally be able to see. So obviously none of us are going to know how it's set up and where they are. My guess is it's going to be something like a bunker. I feel like these people are going to get together each week, different coasts, whatever it is. And it's going to be very slim. It's going to be very anemic looking. There's not going to be an audience other than on Twitch. And it's going to stream like anything else on Twitch does without a ton of people around. And honestly, like that's how Twitch is set up. Whether that is something that plays well with battle rap or not, we'll find out. But what's interesting also, Avocado is filming it.
Yeah. Before we get too deep into that, like you said, they're going to go to the different coasts, whatever areas, regions where they're going to be doing that division. They must be saving money too by bringing the organic and staff and avocado and film crew to the different areas to do the events, as opposed to organic and staff, avocado and crew, and fucking this guy from New Jersey and this guy from Nova Scotia and this guy from Arizona and this guy from Florida and this guy from New York all into one place.
And
that has to be cheaper in the long run.
Well, either way, make no mistake, this is Twitch funded.
Doesn't mean they're going to just throw money at it.
That's exactly what's happening.
Well, then they should be doing good. I don't know. I could see them just making an event out of it. That's what I'm saying. I could see some rappers coming through there, maybe some like a warm-up battle, some sort of promo shit.
Nah, they're not going to do that, I don't
the
think.
Prelims where people talk about the shit.
After organic fucking, he's talked about it before, that he pissed away money on cannabis. So he's not into all that anymore. And like, Method Man's came through that shit. Raekwon's came through that shit. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Of people
Don't forget Drake at the Pat battle now.
have came through. Drake was at the fucking.
But I mean, if it's
Dizzer's
Twitch
DNA
funded
battle,
and they're trying to hit some real numbers, right? They got to create some sort of a show.
No, it's
4
just-
battles
they-
is not
they
going to
come
be enough.
through, but
So what do you see them doing? They have the 4 people, but
Dude, you know what's happening right now?
eight people battle and then switch pairs and battle again.
No, but you know what's happening though? So here's what's happening. This deal was in the works before now, right? So they already had the foresight. But what's lucky for them is they have been able to see what has happened with caffeine, which by and large has not gone well. And I'm not saying I wouldn't enjoy it, but what's happening over here? I'm just saying, having all the rappers come through and here's Drake and here's Cannabis and here's whatever, like that's not how battles work. So if Twitch did that, just let me finish. If Twitch did that, they would get a different, maybe bigger, but they would get a different demographic than what they may be looking for if they just want battle rap fans, because you're getting into part MTV, part Wild Now. You're making it very commercial, which is something that the hardcore fans buck back against. And so right now, I feel like what this is,
they're trying to go mainstream. No, they're pushing it mainstream. They want to stay street. They want to stay as grimy as possible, I guess. But they're pushing it mainstream. And I'm saying to make a show, you need to have performance of some sort. It doesn't even have to be fucking Raekwons and Drakes. Just go ahead.
How mainstream is this if you don't even know what Twitch is?
No, they're trying to make it mainstream. I said because they got a streaming platform.
This is the problem.
But are they trying to make it mainstream, or are they dealing with COVID?
But this is also a problem
but
too.
This will push it mainstream. No, I guess
We've
you're
seen
right.
This happen
that's
before.
a good point.
People spend money on gimmicks. They try different things. They try to go against the grain, and it fucking flops. KOTD's never done that, so they're never gonna do that. They're never gonna be like, oh look who we got, fucking. Look at the elephants in the circus.
It's Nick Cannon's here
because you have to pack the time. You said it yourself. 4 battles.
That's where KOTD is about purists. It's battles. You come to see.
Well then they have to just have some sidekick battles.
But no. We were talking about how.
No, I mean, from their people, their own shit. Just people that didn't make the tournament, just battle before the fucking tournament. People battle.
Oh, they might. I could see maybe here there towards the finals giving some shine to some up and comers.
Wait a minute.
Because what do you have to get? So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. But I just don't see 4 battles.
Here's the thing. My point was that it's twofold. One, if you're making it like every week, Sunday, that makes more sense to have it be shorter because it's 4 battles. At the same time, if you go back historically and watch some of these events, well, you can't go back and watch them live in the past, but if you were able to do that and watch them live, some of the shit that you watch come back out on YouTube, or if you log in after the fact and watch it after it's quasi-edited a week after it's live, this shit could have 8 battles and last fucking 5 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours. It's not okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying 4 battles on a stream is bad or too short. I was just saying, like, in terms of Jason asking, how do you think it's going to work out, that it has to be like at the end, there's going to be something more because there's only 4 battles. This isn't going to be a 6-hour stream. So we're going to have a winner. And then after the 4 weeks, when we have all the 4 winners, then we're going to go to whatever. And frankly, if they do it like an old school UFC, then it's not even going to be that short because you're going to have the 4 winners and then they're going to the 2 and 2 and then the 1 and 1. So it's going to be even longer. But if they do it that way, like, you just can't, there's no other way if they're going to do a Grand Prix digitally, in my opinion, to do it. I think they're doing the right thing. And I think what Jason said is right, that, like, there is money to be made, right? With having the Redmans and the Drakes and the whoever's coming in, but that's not how they've ever done it. And so,
why not if you got a sponsor now? Maybe make a show. I don't know. Or just pack it with sidekick battles. That's what I'm saying. But I don't see, like, how long is a battle? 15 minutes?
Depends on who's editing it.
They'll probably have, I would hope they have anyways, something in between. Like some sort of fucking filler. Like in the past, how they've had Dirtbag Dan and Battle Rap Chris doing commentary. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. That hasn't happened for a while. But something in between.
There has to be something.
Right,
That's what
but
I'm
I
saying.
just
If you're
don't
just gonna
see
show battle
celebrity,
after
not
battle,
celebrity
it's just,
battles, but it's not going to be
it's
like
just
paying
not entertaining
names.
enough. I'm not saying they gotta go mainstream, but it's gotta be something, right? And they could make it fucking still original, real, raw, and still some sort of, you know what I mean? There's gotta be some sort of a show if you're trying to sell some shit.
The show.
Well,
is
wait,
the battlers.
can we talk
Yeah,
about
but
the
there's
actual
4 battles,
show that we know so far?
45
per night.
minutes, right?
You're like me. You want them lined up outside the ring, mic in fucking hand, just like, hey. As soon as the judges say the winner is, they announce it. The other guys get in. They just start fucking rapping.
I'm telling you, again, that's what I'm saying, Kirill. If you have not suffered through like 45 minutes of fanfare and feet walking across concrete and Dirtbag Dan being, and I love him, drunk out of his mind but babbling, you have no
Love
room to
that.
talk on this show.
Maybe, I don't know, man. But that's what I'm saying. Instead of all that bullshit, there should be somebody performing there. You know what I mean?
I would love it if they
Yep.
did. But can
And
we talk about?
next-
I mean, we've
what?
spent all this time already arguing about the setup. Can we talk about?
No, is battling so far?
To be honest with you, I'm not think I know it is. I know the Sotosaurus.
Or better yet, and
Got
Jason, like maybe I think you'd be better at this than me, but I got a couple questions on my side. From the announcements we've seen, and maybe you can list them off before we go down the rabbit hole. I would love to talk about who you feel like is missing.
Hold on 1 second. He just stepped out for 1 second.
I'm gonna punch that dude right in the face one of these days.
There he is. He's coming back now. There he is. She was asking you a question. I was just like, yeah, he's not here.
I forgot Krill. Krill's an experience. He can't vamp.
God,
Well,
you're such an asshole.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Krill's gonna step away real quick, but we can continue the conversation. What was it you were asking, Amy?
So what I was asking was, like, can we not only talk about the lineup, but, and actually, I feel bad now because you weren't there, but what I said to him, I guess, when you weren't there, is that in addition to talking about the lineup, can we also, and maybe even more importantly, talk about who we feel is not in the lineup for the 2 announcements we've seen thus far?
Who is not in the lineup?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the West Coast, I assume, is what is what you're focusing on here, because 2 names that come to mind right away. First off is Ilmac, and secondly, not that I expected him to be in it, but he does love to rep his coast, is Daylight.
So Ilmac was definitely on my list. Daylight, I did not think of, but also to that end, what about Pass?
Pass is in it, isn't he? Oh no, he's on that that culture thing, that stream that they're doing.
I mean, he's Mr. Bay Area. That's West Coast as fuck.
Yeah. No, sorry, that's what I was mixing up. You know how that I forget what it's called. You know what I'm talking about? Discussion with the culture or whatever. And like ARP,
like,
that thing. That's what I was mixing up. I was like, Pass is on that, but no, that's what Pass is on. Yeah, but I mean, there's so many slots, right? And guys got shit going on.
Okay, but wait,
right.
In the South, and there are other people in the South, and like maybe because I'm a fan, but
I got a question for you because you're the fucking resident American.
I'm good.
So where would Virginia be on this? Because I thought Virginia would be considered South.
It depends on who you're talking to, but like if you look at a map, it is South-ish.
There's this guy with a beard named Big K.
I know.
I really hope he's in this shit.
But if you look at a map, like it's south-ish. It's further south than like Maine, right, or New York, but it's East Coast. Like it's on the ocean. So, but we haven't even gotten to that announcement, so we can't talk about that. But if we're going to talk about the South, where's Ness?
Yeah. Well, once again, only so many things, so many slots. Who knows what they have going on?
I know only so many. Nobody has fucking anything going on. But like, look at only so many slots.
No, I mean other battles to prep for, other opportunities in life they're pursuing. Right? It's timing. timing is always a big thing in battle rap because, right, like I'm sure if the money was endless, well, all hell's breaking loose outside or something. There's fucking cops and ambulance just flying down the street, sirens going. Nice, takes you back to Brooklyn Nights, doesn't it?
Ugh. I
yes.
miss it though. Anyway,
If the money was endless and the slots were endless, right? It's fucking or if it was money
But
and
wait, let me
timing
ask
on
you
that
though.
matter, you could make dream teams. I'm sure we'd all change things up or add things, right?
Sure. But let me ask you this. Dream teams are a different thing. But if you're talking about a Grand Prix, right? And you're not talking about we have a day 2, right? Which is also dope. Like I'm not shitting on that, but it's a different thing, right? So if you're talking about a Grand Prix, again, go back to like K1, right? Go back to anything in Europe. Go back to any MMA. If you have a Grand Prix, are you putting in there whoever's available? Like Hayes the family man? Or are you putting in the top-notch people that you can find within reason that don't have something else going on?
What if Hayes just blazes through that fucking division?
I mean, I hope he does. But my
Right.
point is that like that's not who you book if you can get the biggest names. It's a Grand
But
Prix.
what
It's
if you
not
can't?
come on, dude. You think everybody in the South is doing something more important right now?
I don't know.
I mean, look, what's on the South list? Chef Trez, Oops, Brix Belvy, Hayes the Man, Scotty, Latize, Clone, and So Severe. Now, I'm not saying I'm super familiar with all these people or that they're not any good, and I'm not saying they don't deserve a come up, but I am saying if you're putting together a Grand Prix, it behooves you, especially with a new platform like Twitch, to have some of the biggest or bigger names on there. And you mean to tell me every one of them has something else going on right now?
You never know. Who knows? Fucking URLs in full force throwing events. I know a lot of people want to get on those events, especially we're talking the guys who typically would, be on a URL event over a KOTD event, right? Like you don't see Frack on fucking Smack. You don't see, like Caustic and all that. Like they're in KOTD more frequently. So think about that too. Even though I don't think Ness isn't real active on Smack or URL or anything either.
No, Ness
But,
hasn't been active anywhere recently.
No, but I just, you know what I mean? They could have different things going on. Timing plus organic's no stranger to giving some guys shine. Latize is a vet, and I think he's, for especially people that don't know, he's probably going to surprise some people. Even if say he doesn't make it to the end in battle, even if he loses first round, he's still going to surprise some people who aren't very familiar with him. And he's been around for fucking ever. So Severe, I really like what he brings to the table. But you look at what's announced so far. If you put them side by side, it's like, oh man. Diz, Saint, Active, RX, Frax, Thesaurus, Caustic, and Madflex. It's just that is a fucking strong wind coming from the west.
Well, right.
Holy
and you know what?
shit.
I don't even know why I say this, to be quite frank with you, but like of that lineup, actually I have two things to say. One is that like maybe they will announce the matchups before the events. Who knows? But at the moment they're not. And so like there's a blackout element to that. And I like that so far about this. We'll see how that changes. But I think even though I have nothing against him, but I'm not like the world's biggest fan. I think Mad Flex is going to do some surprising here.
Yo, that's see, there's no dark horse in the West because those are all fucking kings right there, but that's kind of my dark horse. I think Saint, I love Saint a lot, like a hell of a lot. I think and it's not even like, he's not experienced enough. He's killing motherfuckers with tons of experience, and he's up there against vets, and like he's up there against the savages that have been around forever. He's spent time across from them already, but just he battle rap's a thing that it's not sports. You shouldn't fucking suck as you get older. Go ask Head Ice, right?
Wait.
Is gonna fucking light shit on fire for years to come, in my opinion. But
I think there's an argument to be made though for like the other dark horse, and I'm not saying I don't like her because I actually really, really do.
RX,
but compared to the rest of this list, I think RX is the other dark horse.
Yeah. Yes. I'm really interested to see what Matt Flex is going to bring to the table. RX2 for that matter. Um, Active as well. I like Active, but I like the shine he's getting here. For one, I don't think he's going to see Diz unless it's the finals. Those guys are real tight, and I don't think it's going to be Diz versus Active round one. So if Active gets to Diz,
Actually, you know
There's
what?
a lot of
But wait,
politics like that too here. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. The
but wait,
Russians back, by the way.
but
The
on this
Russians have
list,
invaded.
but on this list, if you
Yeah.
want to make it competitive or appealing to somebody watching that knows what's what, who do you give Diz at least first? I mean, I feel like on this list, you just mentioned a couple of things, Active and Saint and all these things. But like if you want to give the people the thing that you think is going to be like the biggest thing up front, you got
So
to
you don't
give
lose
Diz
it.
to Soros on
Yeah.
this list.
So you don't lose that battle just in
Right.
case one of them does lose. Yeah, I see that. But there's and who knows how they're
Or
picking
maybe
this? Is it
Toxic. I
fucking
think
flipping a coin, pulling straws? Like what are we doing here, right?
Well, I mean, how do they pick Blackout? That's why I'm saying I feel like that's very similar thing right now.
Yeah.
I
Mad
mean,
Flex versus
they're gonna
Diz
know.
is
They're not,
awesome too.
dude. I was gonna say Mad Flex
this
and
is what I was
Caustic.
gonna say. This is a little fucked up about this. If you're saying they have to consider who's friends or who's not, and they're really
No, they don't
kind
have to
of
consider it.
not that they have to consider, but that's true though. You know what I mean? If somebody's tight or on the same crew or something, and now they're in the same division because they're from the West, that's
But if
kind
you're
of
pulling names out of a hat, you get who you get.
that's what I
Right.
mean.
So, right.
I
So
would
they
rather
don't
see.
have to
I would
consider
rather
it
see
unless
somebody
somebody's
from
gonna
the
be a
West
bitch
pull
and
somebody from the South, somebody from the South pull somebody from the West, or something like that. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's going to be within the same division.
I know, but I'm just
Oh,
saying,
oh, yeah.
right? Because these people would obviously know each other and know a lot more about each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. It's like, oh fuck. The only examples I got are soccer.
That's okay. Amy used to play
So wait.
soccer. She even
It's
goes
like
and
you have
does
strong
some ESPN
teams in
work
the
for
same
soccer
division.
games.
You know what I mean? And it sucks because strong teams are gonna lose. So strong teams are gonna get kicked out because they are in the same division with strong teams.
Wait, what did the asshole just say?
Which one?
The asshole.
Me or him?
You.
Me?
Who's the asshole? You.
What? I said he used to play soccer. And he's even done some ESPN work for soccer. Why are you silent now?
I'm not. It's irrelevant. But here's my other
What the
question.
fuck?
Here's my other question.
Mm.
Is that when we get into the North and the East, whenever they, announce them,
North is gonna
So-
be the whole Canada.
well, that's what I was going to say. Is that going to be like New York and Boston, or is that going to be like Pat stays heading
Here's
up
the
the crowd?
thing with fucking COVID and our numbers are on the fucking rise here, nationwide, province-wide, everything.
Doing good.
Is there going to be travel restrictions? Can Canada be included in the North? I would assume so, or at least some. Now, will it be
here's the problem.
just Canada for the North, or will it be like Canada
That's what I
and
was gonna say.
Michigan?
Is that you can't right now, I believe, unless something's changed, Canada can't travel here and we can't travel there because of COVID. So if they go
People
all
travel.
Yeah, you can fly, but you can't drive.
People
Okay,
travel.
You guys aren't allowed here, no matter
right,
what.
but that's what I mean. That's the thing. So like you can't go there. So do you have it here and hope that the people from up there can come, or do you do some of it digitally?
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, let's not get into all of that
I
bullshit.
definitely don't want to see that. I don't want to see fucking.
I'm not saying I would like that. I'm just saying, what do you do if you want Pat, but you're
Not
filming
Pat.
New York?
Oh.
Whatever you do, it's not that.
And like we said too, if they move around, well, I guess yeah, fucking by moving around, they could easily film them up here. But yeah, depending
Or
on what's
choose,
going on weeks down the road, months down the road, how
Right.
do you move the North finalists down to the states
Right.
where the finals are being held?
So I was
If-
going to say, like, maybe
if
you
it's
have
tight.
2 or 4 guys from Canada, so you film that part up there. But I mean, it's going to be a live event. So unless they're so coordinated and have so much staff, you're not going to have 1 or 2 battles in, New York or wherever it is, and then 1 or 2 in Canada, because that's a shit show.
Yep.
So that's my big question. And that's like a COVID thing, not like a normal thing, but like you can't just exclude some of the, you know what I mean? Like if it's in Canada and Hollow can't go, or if it's in New York but Pat can't go, like what do you do?
Oh.
Cancel the shit.
Cancel this shit.
I'm out.
For the North, though, what do you think they're going to do? Say it doesn't involve Canadians. They're going to be just Canada, or will they involve some of the, I don't know, whatever is considered northern states? I would assume Michigan.
Like, well, yeah, that's what I said. I think North, if it
Not
could be
New York,
anybody,
though,
I think
eh?
the North is going to be Detroit, New York, maybe Boston,
Canada?
and
Oh my
Canada.
God, you're all dead.
Well,
What the
agreed, but
fuck?
I'm saying, like, in terms of filming, that just doesn't seem
I
plausible.
don't know that. I'm looking at the West again, though. That's still fucking scary, even if you include fucking Canada, New York, Boston, fucking, and what is it, Michigan?
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit, yeah, Detroit.
The whole state here.
No, you don't think so? Not further down, a little further southern Michigan. What is it, Kalamazoo? Nobody coming from Kalamazoo?
Look,
Repping the zoo?
I live down in southern Michigan, and I'll be the first to tell you, no. Just
So
no.
then-
But wait, here's the bigger question. What about the people that are not, like, I think in this case, they would call, like, Chicago the North. But what about, like, St. Louis? Like,
Chicago, really?
I mean, Chicago is much more north than it is anything else. But the point is, like, what do you call, like, Arsenal? Like, what do you call people
He's
from
what,
St.
Jersey, right? So, okay, so if the North is Boston, and I
Boston.
definitely didn't think.
The North
I
is
didn't-
New York. I'm just adding Boston because they
Okay,
have.
well, yeah, I definitely didn't think Boston, but say Boston, Detroit, New York, and Canada, then what would be the East?
Well, the East, so that's open to
Dave?
interpretation, right? So, like, then you might have, if New York is the North and Boston is definitely in the North, then you have the Virginias, the Carolinas, you've got the eastern part of Georgia. It
Let's see
depends
why
on-
don't they just take the fucking like the NBA guidelines, right? The divisions, and that's it. Fucking separate it like that.
Because that doesn't work. Holy fuck.
It's separated by territory, right?
Kind of.
Sort of.
But what I was saying before.
I mean, the fucking for the East to give up New York, they might fucking start a riot over that because you know that means
but
that
New
like
York
that's
is the Northeast. Like it is both, so it could fall under either, and it would be fine.
that means the North could have like fucking Pat, Cortez, Sharon, fucking
Hollow.
Is that? Oh my god. Oh,
I
Yours is gonna be on
love
its own.
I
It'll be
love
the
that you went to
coast of New York.
I
What's that,
love that
Amy?
you went to Cortez before you went to Hollow, but anyway.
She's gonna hold this against me now.
Saying. Look, I like both of them equally. I always feel like Cortez is the dark horse. I love Cortez. But I also like Hollow. So
Monster.
yeah, dude.
An absolute monster. Speaking of people not being on the West, back to that for a quick second. Geechee Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck happened there?
There. That's what I'm saying. Well, that might be what you were, yodeling on about with
Hi.
like schedules and availability or whatever, but
Yeah. And I mean, he works with URL a lot, but they did his boy Avocado wrong lately, so I don't know. It wouldn't be surprising to see him follow over there, but if he had something scheduled with them already or other things, he has a lot of shit on the go as well, outside of battle rap. And you were saying something too, Midwest.
you also don't know what's coming up with caffeine, so there's that.
Yeah, who knows what's gonna happen with caffeine? It's not about caffeine right now, though. It's about Twitch and KOTD.
When you go back and listen to this, like literally that moment, I hope you realize how much you sounded like Ken Kniff.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody
Anyway, go on.
loves a little Ken Kniff.
All right. So that being said, we don't know how they're splitting up the North and the East, especially because in this country, the Northeast is an integral part of the country. So the Northeast here basically is like Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. But so forget for a moment North versus East. Based on what you've already seen from the announcements, who do you either expect? I don't even want to say want. Who do you expect, whether they're categorized as North or East? Who do you expect to be in the forthcoming next two announcements?
Whether it's North or East, well,
To put together.
if Canada is included, I expect Sharon.
Like you can get
I
16 this year because we're putting them together.
I also, there's a name that who knows if he's up for it, who knows if he's interested, but KOTD, I really hope they at least gave him the opportunity to make the decision. Arcane, he won both Grand Prix.
Well,
The
that's
last
a
two.
hard
How
thing.
can you not give him a chance to fucking get the three-peat? You have to.
Oh.
Pat, possibly. But Pat kind of fell off the face of the fucking earth. He was doing the Instagram shit and active on social media, and I just haven't seen much of him lately. Or not as frequently as he once was, a few months back.
Well, he was going hard on Instagram, and you're anti-Instagram, so I'm not saying
but that shit goes over to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I would see it. Right?
Wait, let's back up a moment, though. Like, how is Arcane the first thing you mentioned?
How could it not be? We've had 2 Grand Prix. He won them both. What more do you want? Right?
And where has he been lately, though?
Inactive. That's what I mean. So who knows if he even, I at least hope KOT gave him a phone call.
Like, let's have all this play out and have Caustic battle Arcane, okay?
Not again. I don't want to see that ever again.
Hey, it could happen again. It's a Grand Prix.
It could. See, fucking, I don't know. There's a monster in the West called Disaster.
I mean, do you think it's a given that? Well, okay. Here's a good question. So, like, Avocado did that, whatever the bracket thing was. Right?
Yeah.
And did not win. And to speak to what Kirill was saying earlier, that was 100% based on fan votes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that if this is based mostly on judges, that like Diz, if Diz does Diz that,
if Diz dizzes,
yeah, well, if Diz, you can take that two ways. If Diz does what we know Diz can do versus Diz getting in his feelings and going all fucking crazy, do you think that it's a given that Diz wins this?
Not wins it, no. In the West, I'm saying he's the monster. He is the guy, right?
I mean, I think Thesaurus would argue with you on that.
Oh, I could fucking argue Thesaurus' side on that. I could argue Madflex's side on that too. But I'm just saying, how is Diz not the front runner? If there's betting lines, Diz has to be the favorite.
Well, sure, that's what I'm saying. If there's betting lines, Diz is the favorite. But like Diz in the moment versus Diz on betting lines are such vastly.
Oh yeah. You're rolling the dice.
I mean, I feel like what?
I was gonna ask you who you expect to see in these Northeast announcements. I know I didn't really say that many people, especially East stuff, but when you get in the East, there's possibility of Arsenal, possibility of Sirius Jones, possibility of maybe Hollow, but I don't expect that.
Why would you not expect Hollow?
I don't see him jumping into something like a Grand Prix.
Why?
He's just, I don't know. He takes one-off battles, and he has for a while. You know what I mean? He's interested in those legacy battles. It seems like it doesn't seem like he's looking to work his way up. Maybe if the money's right, the exposure's right, if everything's right, or maybe he just feels like firing some motherfuckers today, right? Like, who knows? I would love it, but I expect Chilla Jones.
Well, what about Math?
No. Math Hoffa? No. God,
he's from New York.
Doesn't matter. He's got so much going on. He's even doing his own thing now with the Legends battles, like the shit he did with Method Man. He's trying to get more of those going.
But wait, let's go back to a question I didn't get to ask. They've been floating this as the biggest prize ever. So they've not said a dollar amount. They haven't said what that means. But if that's true, why would somebody, unless they're bound by contracts or something, who's in it for the paper, not go, okay, legends, be on hold for 3 weeks. Let me do this. like how much are they paying? They've said many times over, the biggest prize in battle rap history. Like, how much is it? What does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I
How
want to
much
know
was it
too.
before?
I looked at the 2012 Grand Prix earlier. It was for a cash prize of $5,000. It's funny watching some of those early KOTD.
I hope it's at least 20 G's or something now.
Some of those early KOTD
So
battles.
hold on, sorry. Does it cost to participate?
I don't know. I don't think so on this, but the early
Take
KOTDs.
1,000 off of each of them. Get some sponsors and get a $50,000 Grand Prix. Them motherfuckers were really bad.
Early KOTDs, you'd see them. They'd put your money where your mouth is. And it'd be like both battlers are willing to put up what they won in the last round, and like this one put up $100 and this one put up $100, so they got $200 on the line, right? It was, but those are fucking battles were fucking
Twitch
dope.
won't stand for that.
What's that?
Except Twitch won't stand for that. So
No shit.
especially since they're funding it. Well, and I only say that because Avocado has said, he said at one point, "Oh yeah, I'm working with Twitch," and then he was like, "Oh no, well." I'm not working with Twitch. Like, I don't work for Twitch, but I'm filming, the Grand Prix, and Twitch is putting it on and funding it. So, like, that's the first place I heard that Twitch was actually putting up the money. So I feel like if Twitch is putting up the money, what you were just saying is, like, not a thing. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to be, like, $10,000 to each regional winner and then $20,000, $200,000 to the ultimate winner. But it's got to be something worth noting. Otherwise, they wouldn't be promoting the biggest win in battle rap history, or whatever, right?
Yeah, the biggest prize in battle rap history. Well, it's going to be a fucking amazing event, regardless. And I'm excited as fuck for it. I'm excited for judged battles. I'm excited to see what KOTD brings to the table. I'm excited to have KOTD back.
Same.
I'm
Wait, can we also talk about, and like, I'm okay with it. I just have a question. Like, who chose Sunday?
I know. That's weird.
Like, I'm totally okay with it because maybe part of the decision is who's doing any fucking thing on Sundays, right?
Right,
But
that's what it is. You're not going anywhere, right? Not like I don't know. Because Saturdays, some bars are open. People are going to be out and shit, right? This is more to sell.
I mean, it depends on where you are. In some places, literally fucking nothing is open. So, COVID times are weird, but it was just like, I love that it's Sunday. I love it. Like, I'm not shitting on it at all. But I'm also like, why not Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern time? Why not, Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? Like, what Sunday? Like, people
Sunday,
don't.
chilling day, good day to order some pay-per-view
Family-
and fucking smoke some weed.
Family fucking evening.
That's
Order
what I'm
some
saying.
pizzas, pineapple on them.
Oh,
down.
okay. I gotta go.
We actually do gotta go. Krill's gotta get back to recording.
Yeah, I gotta do some shit.
It's go time. It's production night.
Before we production night, can we talk about this? What fight are we gonna have?
What fight?
Yeah.
Oh yes, let's get into it. Let's have. We're gonna do a 1 round, 90 seconds.
What?
The pitcher.
I can do it in 20, but go on.
You want the billion downtown pitcher changed, not that shitty one we have up there now.
Oh well, it's gotta change if we're gonna get something real going on. We look like a fucking three-year-old druid, right? Like, come on, you gotta have better skills than that.
No,
Were you
I
trying to
don't.
make it bad?
But here's my
You're trying to
question.
make it bad.
Oh my gosh, Kirill.
I mean, it was alright at like for a joke, but
Wait, are you privy to the conversation that preceded that drawing?
Yeah, he knows.
I somewhat. I have the last year is very blurry.
This last year's very blurry,
It's
Amy.
like from September to September. There's a big fucking there's a big gap.
Well, okay, let me refresh your memory. And I'm not saying this is a good picture. I almost threw it away the other day, and your co-host was like, "No, fucking mail it to me in the mail for $3,000."
Well, no, you put it on, but like I thought you were saying it should stay on.
Well, no. What happened was because I'm the social media person, or was, and Jason is not, and is kind of, but is
You
not.
decided to help him out with something to attract the flow.
Yeah. Thank you so much. No, the conversation was the podcast launched. He was super excited. He's like, I got the Facebook, I got the Instagram, I got the Twitter, I got all this shit. And so, but he was like an egg on Twitter. Like it wasn't his face, it wasn't a logo, it wasn't the building itself, like a picture. There was nothing. Like it looked like a fucking bot on Twitter. And I said to him, "You're a fucking loser. You can't have where's your profile picture?"
Yeah, and
And
she
he
said
was
it
like-
on Twitter.
Right. Very publicly. And he was like, "Well, you see what had happened was," and of course, like that didn't work out. And so he's like, "What should I do?" And so I privately sent him. I was so irritated. Like this was like my social media manager mind speaking. I was so irritated that he was online with no profile picture, trying to fucking promote something and not be seen as a bot. That I was like, dude, fucking.
She came up with that.
Literally, and no, I wasn't even trying to come up with something. I was just like, literally anything. Like you can't just have a little like boiled egg picture. Like
She didn't think I was gonna post that shit.
no, not at all.
I mean, we're rapping hard, but we need to I think it's time for a change.
Right. So here's a building, and so he made it that way. And then we laughed about it, and we were both like, "Oh my gosh, watch this podcast take off, and then in like 5 years, be like, how'd you get that funny fucking picture?" And it would be like a
Right?
thing.
Do you have the original still? That might be
Yo,
worth
she-
some money.
Yeah, she
You
said me the
show
other
him the
day. She
picture.
came across it. I said, "Don't fucking throw that out." Because
Show
for our backdrop, we switched to video. We can have that frame behind
We
it.
should start making.
Our
We
beginnings.
can start basing a logo off of that, but we gotta change it.
Here's the thing. It's not a good logo, and it was never meant to be. It was a joke when I sent it.
Well,
However,
it's been a joke up to this point too. It's time to grow up,
you
right? I
also-
think we're getting a little bit better.
But the point is that they're also, and I don't give a shit what you change. I don't want it, like, if you could see, if Jason shows you the little pad of paper I wrote this on that I sent him a picture of like a week ago, you'd be like, oh my God. But the point is that like, if y'all ever made it or didn't make it, 0% of that would have to do with your logo or your profile
Right.
picture.
Might be all about the visuals.
You don't do a visual show. Look, the day that you guys start actually filming yourselves talking to each other in your building downtown,
You might be part of it.
that's not. No, I might not.
Possibly.
Nope.
You never know. I hear you bring sunshine to the show.
I
I heard feedback.
I got news
I
for you.
heard feedback. I heard it's nice to have a woman's perspective.
Better be careful.
I'm serious. I'm not fucking joking at all.
Wait, who said that?
We will talk. We will talk. For now, we have to go.
Yeah, we gotta bounce for real. We gotta wrap it up.
Yes, so make sure KOTD Grand Prix 2020 starts Sunday, September 20th on Twitch. Put your money where your mouth is. Go in, watch it. Follow the show at The Building DT on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Amy at Ames Bell on Twitter. She can bake. And if you really need some social media help, she can fucking help you. But come with money in hand. My co-host Kasatskiy. I'm Jason Kelly. Peace.
Peace out.
Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.